Om Namo Narayanaya Vritti Vyapyatvame Phalavyapti Katham Bhaved Swaprakashasvarupatvat Siddhatva Chachidatmanaha. Together. Vritti Vyapyatvame Vastu. Yes. So, first point. Chidatmanaha. What is Chidatmanaha? Chit Atmanaha. That is called as that self which has this nature called as consciousness. That self which has this nature called as consciousness. So, Atma is consciousness. In other terms, we can understand this. Atma is consciousness. How is this consciousness? Swaprakasha Swarupatvat. How is this consciousness? Swaprakasha. It is of the nature of self-effulgence. It is of the nature of self-effulgence. Just for example, is anyone giving light to the sun? So sun is on this one level is called as self-effulgent. It is not require, it does not require any external support to give light. Similarly, this Atma Tattva is of this nature where it does not require any external support to illumine anything. And therefore it is called as Swaprakasha Swarupatvat. Cha Siddhatvat. Then it is said, it is very much evident. That means it is the truth. That is called as it is unchanging. It is that of the reality, one of the reality. Like, we can say it is evident. What is evident? When there is a morning, it is evident there is a sun. So, that's called as. Then, what is this? It is evident that the consciousness itself is self-effulgent. Then it is said, Astu Vritti Vyaptatva. Then, there is always a Vritti which takes the complete space of the mind. So this, if it is the object, and it, when goes to your mind, through the Shabda form and through the eyes, that is called as the perception, organ of perception, as a form, then the mind is full of that. Of what? This one object. So actually then what happens? Mind becomes an object. Note it. That moment, the mind has become that object. Whatever is object then. So, another example. If somebody is angry, then the anger takes the form, complete the mind becomes angry. Whole mind is nothing but anger. Similarly, the love. The whole mind takes the form of love. So, both it is possible. Effects are different. When the mind takes the form of anger, oh, the person becomes negative. When the mind takes the form of the love, the person becomes very positive. So, let us understand this, that mind is taking the whole form of whatever comes in front of us. Okay. Vritti vyaptat, excuse me, with vritti vyaptatvam, that it actually pervades the whole mind. Katham bhavet phalavyaptihi. Now, having taken a right understanding from the previous verse, then we understand here that that mind is actually illumined by the consciousness. That mind is illumined by consciousness. Therefore, it is clear now, very evident, that the consciousness is alone illumining every vritti of the mind and mind itself. So ask this question, is there anything as a mind other than the thought? Other than the thought, there is no mind. So mind itself is a thought. So now you can understand and will be very much appreciating that how much we have to care about our thought. Why? Because as your thought, so your mind. If your thought is positive, you are positive. That means your mind is positive. If your thought is negative, that means your mind is negative. Next verse. 35. Arthadarthantare vrittihi gantum chalati chantare niradhara nirvikara yadasha sonmani smrita. Together. Arthadarthantare vrittihi gantum Now beautiful point is put up here. Vrittihi gantum arthat arthantare chalati cha antare. One vritti is there. Then it goes away, another vritti comes. How is it so? So example is, if you are traveling by bus or by train, so the train is moving. You are constant inside. But when you look outside, continuously your thought keeps changing. Why? Because the object is changing. Got it? So, similarly in our life, There are so continuous flow of thoughts because of our continuous perception of the world. Continuous perception of the world. So once you see this, and once you did this, hey, I saw this photograph, now I am seeing this photograph. How quickly the mind is changing its own form. We do not also actually understand how quickly, in fraction of second, it changes. So, it keeps changing continuously because of our perception through different organ of perception. Is this clear? There are 5 organs of perception which brings impulses from the world to all of us. And therefore, there is a continuous vritti formation in the mind, called as thought formation in the mind. Continuous, continuous, continuous. When there is no thought formation, only when a person is in a deep sleep state. What happens to the dream stage? The mind is active. The body is not active. Then what does it do? From the memory it brings a thought. It is connected to the memory. So from memory, then the impulse comes from the memory and mind takes that form, whatever it is. So in dream state also there is a continuous formation of different thoughts. Okay. Now it is said, when there is one vritti which goes away and there is a time in between when the another vritti is not yet come. Imagine now, when one vritti is there which has gone away now, and the second vritti is not yet there, then this state where there is no vritti, then it is said, how it is? It is called as Nirakar. What is Nirakar? Mind is Nirakar now. Who is Nirakar? The consciousness is Nirakar. That means when there is no thought formation, there is no form of any vritti, the mind is devoid of vritti, that mind itself is Nirakar. And here it is given as Unmani. It is known as Unmani. That means no mind. Where it is possible? Meditation. When slowly, one can be only the witness, all those thoughts get slowly dissolved. If you keep a patience as a witness, what is the example? Beggar as an example, one has to keep it in mind. A person sitting in his one's own home and the door is closed but the window is open. A beggar just peeps inside. From the window he sees, oh, the owner is sitting. He says, oh, please give me this, give me that. The owner doesn't want to give because he knows this person is fraud. Then he waits, that beggar, for 1, 2 more minutes, and there's, oh, how can be you so rude? You're not giving me anything. Another 2 minutes gone. Now the tone is changed. How can be you so miser that you have so much and you don't give me anything? Another 2 minutes is gone. Owner is sitting quietly. Oh, you are a useless person who does not understand the trouble of other person. I'm screaming on the top of it and you have so much and you're not giving. Owner is silent. And this beggar says, यहाँ दाल नहीं गलने वाली है. Goes away. How? Did owner do anything? Nothing. This is how a seeker has to develop such a strong witnesshood, so that, like a beggar, when a thought comes and demands, just do not succumb to the demand. Just be absolutely witness to that demand of the thought and look at as a third person. Then that thought, which has limited power, gets dissolved automatically. And this is how then the mind can absolutely remain without the thought. And this mind itself is now Nirakar. That consciousness is completely getting illumined through the mind, and it's only consciousness. Now there is no mind. 36. Chittam chiccha vijaniyat. Chittam chiccha vijaniyat. Takara rahitam yada. Takaro vishayadhyasaha. Japarago yatha manau. Together. Chittam chiccha vijaniyat. Takara rahitam yada. Now, as we have thought, just a few seconds before, now it is said in the text. How? First, yada, when. Takara rahitam vijaniyat, the first point. What is takara? So, chittam. Now, let us split the word chittam. Chi, hafta, is called chit. Hafta means consonant. What is called as hafta here? In the technical word, consonant. Then what remains? So tata we have separated. Chittam, so it only remained now ta. Got it? What it was? Chittam. From there what we have removed? That ta. So takara is removed. So what remained? Chit. Is this clear? Yes or no? So when the takara is removed from the mind, then what remains? Only consciousness. Similarly, It is beautifully said that if there is a beautiful crystal which is absolutely transparent, colorless, but behind that there's a red flower which is kept. So this crystal appears as what? Red. Now this crystal is appearing to be red because of the object which is reflecting in that crystal. Now remove that object. How is the crystal? It is colorless. Similarly, Vishaya Adhyasa. When there is a superimposition of the object image in the mind, then only the mind is object, with object. But once you remove this superimposition of the object, what remains? Only consciousness. What remains? Only consciousness. That means the obstruction between us and that consciousness is object. Only object. If the object is removed, the object can be in the form of thought, emotion, anything. That is all called as object. What happens? A mind goes into the past and bring the past memories. Gone, that mind is gone. Then there is a future. Then the mind brings a future something. What will happen if this happens? What will happen then? What will happen to me? Again the mind is gone. In the present, it becomes excited. Oh, what to do, what to do, what to do. That means the mind is actually not free of the past or the future and this what is called as present. When it is free of all the three, then there is nothing called as object formation in the mind. It remains devoid of any object formation. And that itself is now Chit, called as consciousness. So what is practical message? Throw away all the baggages which we have collected years and years and lives together in this mind. And we are happily carrying it. Why? Because we like it. Yeah. What is there if there is no baggage? See? This is how the condition of a person is. No, I want it. Bhagavan says, Tathastu. Is this clear? So who is making you sorrowful? This is so clear. There is nothing called as sorrow in you. Why? You are consciousness. Mind is also consciousness. But I am so expert. I bring everything garbage in my mind and make my mind a dustbin. And then I am happy. Oh, hey Bhagavan. Is this clear? What is some simple way but very clear. It is mentioned, let us throw away this garbage of objects, emotions and different situations, people around us. All are giving us some or other trouble, through its presence. Throwing away does not mean that something as an object. That means detach. That means detach. Just be the witness. It's there or it's not there. Yogarato va, bhogarato va, sangarato va, sangavihinaha, yasya brahmani ramate chittam, nandati 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 eva. That's how one has to remain continuous as a witness. Let the drama go on. So let not the drama become a part of you. That's the point. Sit straight, close your eyes. Now you know what is called as chitta and what is called as chit. Chitta is full of objects. When it is said objects, that means all past impressions, all future worries, all the excitements of the present. This one has to understand as an object. Because of this object, the mind is always under stress and tension. If we remain absolutely witness, slowly, slowly, all these thoughts, so-called as objects, they just go away from the mind. This is called as draining of the mind. Once you drain, like that of a tank, if you have to clean, just put a tap on. Slowly, slowly, the water will flow away, flow out, and the tank is completely empty. Similarly, the mind, when you just let it drain by your own witnesshood, not labeling anything, it just go away. When it goes away, a mind devoid of any object itself is chit. It is a consciousness itself. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let us pray by folding our hands to Almighty Lord. and express our gratitude at His lotus feet for giving us this beautiful time and the knowledge. Let us pray for everyone around. Let them be positive. Let their intellect rest in peace and truth. Let us rub our hands together. Put it on your eyes and slowly give a good massage. Take your hands again to back, Namaskar position. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Om Namo Narayana